No. Vestra Erol she's registered at the Imperial Minister of Arcana. She's not permitted to leave Vaddapol without ministerial permission. It's almost like
She's like a prisoner.
she's kind of she's probably serving special sentence as a indentured. She's more like an indentured wizard as opposed to a proper wizard. You of course could probably dig through notes and find out. You might even have the power to make things go away or make things worse. You are not sure exactly how far-reaching your powers are as head wizard. You're not sure if the Ministry of Arcana is going to send other wizards to remove you. Although, with the power of the staff of Vaddapol, you think that might be very difficult for them to do.
Okay.
You could test the limits of your power by asking some of the lower-level wizards to just dance and see if they start dancing for you, because that's a pretty good indicator of the strength of your position. Watusi, now.
Come on, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Everyone starts doing what is it called? The floss.
Yeah, he's going to the first letter. He's gonna send a message to Ashoka.
Yeah. Talking. So I think we're
and
at the,
ask him to attend the Tower of the Sage.
I think the last. So Gathering of the Wizards is done. You sending word to go and actually wandering into the tower is Undwin. He was waiting outside for you. He came to support you. He's a minor wizard. He's also indentured. He has a debt, so he's even if he had thirds, he probably wouldn't have voting power. Is everything all right? Hello? Hello?
Undwin, come in. Come.
Is this the tower? What's with all the paint?
That is a long story that I will get into another time.
What's that? The floating staff that is perfectly upright, kind of like whirring beside you.
That is the staff of Vaddapol.
Is there somebody invisible?
No, it floats on its own and flies about as the...
Oh, some of the wizards seem really angry. There's a lot of them arguing, and they said that there's a new... Looks at your ring, looks at the staff, looks at you. That Tacitus is gone?
He's retired, yes.
Is your name Garrett?
That is my name, yes.
How did you become Grand Wizard?
Well, Master Tacitus, passed down the title to me, apparently.
Oh, you're the Grand Wizard of Vaddapol?
Well, just for the time being, until someone takes it from me, I suppose.
You're the Grand Wizard of Vaddapol! There's a big smile on his face.
Yes, it is rather exciting, isn't it?
I'm so very happy for you, Phineas.
Yes, I'm so busy. Oh, but at least you have a better place to study now.
I can study here?
Of course.
But I'm just indentured. I'm not a guild wizard.
No, don't think of it like that. I will not see you settled in debt as I was. You'll pay off your time to the lady, and you'll be a free wizard to study as you wish.
Fucking... The kid hugs you.
Oh, okay. I didn't cover the touching rule, did I? No.
Sorry, Master.
There's no touching of them. No. He pats him on the head. There.
I'm gonna be free, is what he says. tears of happiness dribbling down his face. "I'm gonna be free!" is what he yells.
You still have to be a wizard, though. So,
Well, of course, I always wanted to be a wizard.
you should probably inform the Countess that you'll be studying here from now on, so she knows where to find you.
I'll go tell her right away. Can I tell her that you're the Grand Wizard now?
Yes, you may. He does that thing with his arms again.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay, he bobs a bunch of like bows and goes scampering from the room. Oh,
All right.
congratulations, Phineas!
Thank you.
Master Phineas, I mean, Master Phineas.
I will see you in the morrow.
How do you get... Everything doesn't need to be dark and Cthulhu-esque.
This session so far is basically rated G.
Yes.
How did you defeat your foe? You made him drool.
You made him pee his pants and everything was funny.
Now let's go to Damien, who's skinning puppies and giving them to...
How do you send a message to Ashoka? You're like, I don't have any staff. I don't have a familiar.
There's got to be like a service or something.
Hey, boy!
The thing is nothing.
Boy.
Well, yeah, you could go. You go out into the street. You feel like things need to change as you chase down some street children to go deliver a message for you. What is the message?
It's for Ashoka.
Help!
Just please come to the Tower of the Sage as soon as possible.
How much do you pay them?
A gold piece.
Okay.
That should be lots for a peasant child.
All right. A guard eventually does come to Ashoka. Ashoka is looking over some of the contracts and having a conversation with Phineas and Kryxes.
Magnus and
Yeah, sorry, Magnus and Kryxes. Yeah. Nem comes scrambling up.
Master, there is a very uncouth street child knocking at our gate. He has come bearing message from Phineas that you need to go to the Tower of the Wizard, the Tower of the Sage, post haste.
You need the help, come on!
They were very unpolite.
Yes. But also moldable. Phineas, or Ashoka gets up from the table and starts to leave.
Oh, Magnus is going with him. He heard like he needs help.
Well, because Phineas has had assassins after him. I kind of told him not to go anywhere by himself. I did not realize. Yes.
Oh, there's a fight coming. It's Kryxes.
Let's go, Kryxes.
Yes, let's... It might be dangerous. Let's hurry. We are going to basically... Ashoka will fly there using a spell.
Magnus can keep up with you.
And, Kryxes and Magnus can tag along.
Huffing and puffing. Okay.
Yeah, I think Kryxes probably has an expeditious retreat you can take.
Perfect.
Magnus just runs at 50. He just leaps out of the second story. And he starts running down the street.
You're supposed to be making me swords!
I can picture that too, actually.
You arrive at the Tower of the Sage, and you can see a bunch of like robed figures outside, like talking amongst themselves. You don't recognize any of these wizards.
Magnus goes up. Where's Phineas?
Holy shit! By the gods! Oh, this is Magnus. This is
Yes.
We
Grandmaster.
told he needs us. We told he needs us. Where is he?
Was there another attack?
They actually start laughing a little bit, and one of them kind of like, Grand Wizard Goret is in the tower.
Magnus
Ashoka
drops his sword.
They're
There's
dead
one
serious.
blink.
Yeah.
There's one blink, and then That's the only beat that skipped. I do not see Isram amongst your number.
They are snickering now. I don't think you're going to see Isram for a while. He was pissing himself as they dragged him into the dungeon. He got feeble-minded.
That's... Well then. For those of you who I have not met, my name is Ashoka Maruya. I am one of the leaders of the Conclave of the Crimson Scale. Grand Mage Garrett.
You're not here to harm him, are you? And you notice a couple of them are now touching wands. Like, that would be a bad idea if you came here
No.
for violence.
He is one of the co-leaders of the Council of Three that run the Conclave of the Crimson Scale. He's a business partner, friend.
Oh, we know that Isram runs with some bad company, and they're glancing at the ugly, four-armed tiefling.
No, he's
Yes,
out of us.
We have.
Perhaps
met
we should fetch him for you. One wizard comes in and closes the door behind him. And Phineas, what are you doing? And you're kind of like, what the fuck am I gonna do next? Moment.
Yeah, right now he's pacing back and forth.
Okay, in the room with all the destroyed furniture.
Yeah.
Grand Wizard.
He gathers himself for a second and yes.
There are visitors at the tower for you.
Oh, thank you. I'll be right down.
You should really hire staff or get some clerks, maybe some apprentices.
I agree, and I appreciate you coming to get me.
They nod. I have a few references for you. Most of us own shops and have businesses and families, but there are some that would be eager to work with a rejuvenated blood in the Tower of the Sage.
Oh, yes, I'd be open to suggestions if you know qualified people.
Yes, I'm sure word will spread. It might be best that the word gets spread by you, though.
Yes, I will take care of things in the morrow. I'm assuming this. I don't know why. I'm just assuming this happened at night.
Sure. Yeah, this feels like a night thing.
It could also be like afternoon, and you're like, no, I have enough for today to process. I don't, need a cookie.
Yeah, that could be too.
The hour grows long.
Yeah, it grows late. It's certainly too late to stop that sort of thing.
Very well.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Phineas goes down and
he walks out into the street. There are 5 wizards that bow their heads to Phineas, and they are serious.
Ashoka will join suit. Grand Mage.
Oh, here we go. Please come in. You can put your sword away, Magnus. Kryxes.
Okay, the 6 wizards are out there. They were just like,
all right.
They're watching the Grand Mage to make sure that there's nothing that they need from him, that he needs from them.
Thank you, everyone.
They bow to you, and then they kind of disperse after you sort of dismiss them.
Well, it's been an eventful night. Please come in.
Close the door quick.
Why, thank you, Grand Mage.
Okay.
Yeah, Grand Mage.
That's enough of that, all right?
Well, I say congratulations. It's the minimum, huh?
I mean, I always wanted to be a guild leader. Just I thought I'd be, close to 50.
You weren't planning this.
No, of course not. Do you know how much I've got to do?
No, that wasn't a question. That was a statement.
Well, it is a correct statement.
It is a very good thing to see that you are well on your path to power. One of the steps I must believe is to seize power when the opportunity presents itself. Very powerful of you,
says Nim.
There's a reason why there's steps on the way to power, though. It is dangerous to overreach.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes you end up getting squashed.
It is like the path of the diplomat before you learn the path of politeness.
Hey, don't worry about it, Phineas. I'll be around to help you out. I think I can lift very heavy
You're like
things.
confused. Like,
If something tries to squash you, I can lift it. Don't worry about that.
oh, well, okay. Good to know I won't be squashed. Appreciate
Yeah, rest at ease. And when you're done this bullshit, go back and do our fucking weapons.
that. That's
I have a feeling that the duties of the Grand Mage will effectively necessitate us to go elsewhere for crafting.
for the time being. I'm afraid so. I have much to do. I shall have to get in touch with Master Vogel
Yes,
and explain the situation.
yes.
Yes, I just wanted you to know I've not forgotten my obligations. I just need a little bit of time.
Of course. Anything you need to help
This
support
could be
your
very
transition.
good for us, after all. This could be very good for us. If
How so?
he looks at you like
Phineas
I
is
wanna
our
have
friend.
the right answer.
Phineas
he's
is our
like-
friend. Give him time. He's new. He's not sure what he can do, what he's required to do.
I was
gotta get
hoping
things
you
in
could help me
order.
with that. Actually,
Well, I've
Not the problem, Phineas. How can I help you?
Magnus, could you check to make certain there's no spies here?
That's what Sid's for, not me.
And where is Sid?
Yeah, he apparently wasn't good at his job.
Hey, you didn't read the don't die rule. So you should have privy to the power of spellcasters being brought in, any powerful creations
Yes.
being developed, any protections or wards, foreknowledge of any sort of fights or infrastructure developments, any large artifacts being moved, anything of a potent arcane ability.
yes, provided they're all registered. Yes,
Well, it is also within your purview to ensure things are registered.
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes. In addition, you have a method of entry into a large number of political affairs, I assure you, as the title itself does provide some weight. Now, on the flip side, you are going to need to protect yourself from political influence and be careful not to skirt anyone's ire to a certain level, more so than previous.
I think I've raised the ire of a few people with this particular outcome.
Yes. Now, of the individuals whom you are concerned with, are any of them shorter-lived races? Other humans, for example?
He kind of looks at them like, oh, shorter than races? Yes. No. No.
All right. The longer-lived races tend to have thicker skin and more patience.
Yeah, yes, I suppose you're right. They could wait a decade and it wouldn't mean that much to them, would it?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Yes. But there is a new orc. Nicodemus, his name was.
I met him. He was talking with the Grim Gobleen Queen. What's her name?
He was talking to the Queen of the Grim Gobleen.
Yeah, this happened when I went to meet her.
Ah.
He was chatting with her.
Give me a second.
And so it begins.
Is this something that you are This would be something that would be good to tell others, Magnus. Good job remembering.
There's a lot of shit on my mind.
What's on your mind?
A lot of things.
I have to. I love the way you play Magnus. I really do.
Just
I
loud,
gotta
steep people.
Alright.
Magnus.
We're gonna keep role playing.
Who's that guy talking?
So, we are going to need to provide some servants, and you are going to need someone to help you in a physical manner.
What do you mean, help me in a physical manner?
I think he means bodyguard.
Oh, yes. Yes. Well, it's funny you say that. I was actually, I've been working on. I'm debating whether I should learn to create staffs next, or constructs. But constructs were so expensive, I decided to put that to the side. But I might actually, I mean, with the front tower's funds, I might actually be able to create a golem.
Yeah.
Or I suppose in he's looking at you guys, I guess I could use a gladiator.
Yes, a gladiator or someone who is a mercenary, these sorts of things.
Crackers like
Crackers, perhaps.
mercenaries are awesome.
Yes. Something temporarily, at least, before you create some horrible machine to protect yourself.
Oh, yes,
Additionally, we are going to need to keep some of our proclivities in check, or at least in outside the public scope.
What are you talking about?
We just need to be careful how we relax. That's all.
It's for work when I do that, and I don't do it in public anymore. Since the incident, I kept it to just inside the ludus.
Tennessee?
Good. They needed to be focused all the time now.
Phineas talked a little bit about. We talked a little bit about having physical help. Phineas mentioned that he might make a construct. Now that you should have more resources.
Construct next time I get a feat, which will be next level.
Yeah, we were talking about getting him a temporary bodyguard until that is created. And then Ashoka was warning about the extracurriculars and just sort of
Get high,
reassuring
baby.
that this is done in a private setting. That cannot be a public affair. We just got a new political candidate. Got to manage the campaign.
I was wondering if perhaps there was a way to move my workshop here.
Good idea.
I could then at least, perhaps in time, finish at least my commitments that I've made thus far. I do like to use the forge as a way to relax sometimes. So.
I am certain that Zed would make a fine god, at least temporarily, and he is on the docket for some artwork.
Oh, yes, it would be most acceptable.
Although, if we want to make that anything more permanent, Ashoka looks to Magnus.
Yeah, possible.
You're going to need to make, well, Zargon respect you.
We need to set up some fights between me and him. With me and him, I mean. You know what I mean.
What if you just set up some fights initially with Zed, Sargon, and you, until he's used to fighting with you, and then try you and Sargon?
Yeah, that's what me and Zed planned. First, we should do a couple of fights with the three of us, and then get Zed out of there and have me with Zagon.
It would be preferred if we are transitioning Zed. Looks to Kryxes. If we transition Zed, we will have an open member for a full gladiator, but we will need to have leadership for Zargon before that point. Magnus, can you develop that sort of rapport?
Yeah. Just get me those fights. I'm not gonna sit down and have coffee with them. Or whatever the hell you drink. Get me in the ring. Let me do what I do best.
I'll watch the little bastard go. Just get in there and get bloody. He'll like you just fine. No, whatever. Sure. I have to send-
Transformer golem form of safe room. It's just a walking box that forms around the wizard. Proto mech.
That's awesome.
Sure, there's all sorts of copyright we're stopping on right there.
If Marty hadn't totally KO'd the synthesist archetype, I would have a synthesis sorcerer right now.
They're just walking down the street. Every random NPC is one of those. Just, do you want to
Die.
A summoner synthesist sorcerer? That's funny.
Yeah, that'd be gross.
Alright, so...
Mythic?
Mythic? Oh yeah,
A mythic
summoner. Oh my
synthesis?
god. Disgusting.
Grand tidings.
Yes, congratulations on your promotion. Yes.
Thank you. Could we make arrangements to move my things to the tower?
Yes.
It's not that there's anything wrong with the room we were given at the conclave, but the tower is now my responsibility.
We will have your things moved. We can have it moved this evening if you'd like.
No, in the morrow we'll be fine. I doubt I'll get much sleep tonight anyway. Thank you. And I apologize for the inconvenience. This is no doubt.
No, not at all. This is good for you. It could be very good for us as well.
Well, I hope so. Yes.
We should probably plan out your week.
Yes. I was wondering if he kind of leans into Ashoka. Would you mind attending some meetings with me? You seem to know people much better than I do.
I can certainly free up some time in my calendar.
Thank you, Ashoka.
The whole calendar's wiped. I don't care what it is. It's all gone.
Fire Oracle or some sort of in an Iron Golem armor that fought in a firestorm that heals the armor while he fights.
Oh.
So that's so fucking metal.
That's a
Yes.
Dark Souls boss.
That is a Marty's wondering where his pen is because he's gonna write this one down.
No. Lose that piece of paper.
Fire
Lose your
Oracle
sticky note.
Fire Oracle is such a
in
good class.
Iron Golem armor.
Interesting.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys leave Phineas to pace around the Tower of the Sage.
We'll send Zed. Let's send Zed over.
I think we're not leaving Phineas alone.
Okay.
Yeah, like where
This evening, I think Ashoka will stay with Phineas, and then we'll sort out.
Okay, Magnus will stay with you. Stay with you guys, cause yeah, Ashoka's gonna protect him. Really?
All right, so you spend the night at
Get
the
him,
Tower of the
Ashoka.
Sage. All right, so I think that is the remainder of the conversations. Oh, you wanted to speak to the commissioner this week.
Yeah. Did that happen before this day or after this day?
We'll say after. Are you not going to speak to the commissioner?
No, I think I'm still going to speak to the commissioner. We need to know what Magnus is signing up for.
Yeah.
Okay, who is going to speak to the commissioner? Ashoka?
I think Ashoka's going to go, and we need to do a tour of all the officials and of all the next week's dinner date is going to be amazing because we need to bring Phineas to all of these places to waggle his Grand Mage staff around.
Right.
So does Phineas want to go see the commissioner?
Phineas will come see the commissioner. Yeah.
All right. We'll also get to see at what point do the bribes start coming to Phineas.
That's true.
Okay, Magnus, are you going to go see the commissioner as well?
Yeah, I'll go with them.
Okay.
Sure.
Are they bringing their new gladiator, Gracchus?
No.
So you're not moving him into a position yet?
No, we need to figure out how we're going to open one up.
Okay. All right. Once again, you're standing in the commissar's office, or commissioner is commonly called. Are you bringing the staff, Mark, with you, or do you leave it at the tower?
Oh no, he takes it with him.
Okay. Do you just let it float behind you, or?
Yes, he does.
All right. You do notice that on your walk there are people.
No, I shouldn't say that. He does carry it like a staff.
Okay. It is heavy. It is loud. It makes booming noises when you clip it on the ground.
Let's be clear. He has a hand on the staff while it floats.
Right.
Because lazy wizard.
Yep. There are people that do recognize Phineas, and you do notice them nodding to him when they see the staff, and you can see some people pointing, like news is beginning to spread, even a day or so after the event. Mm-hmm. You get to the commissar's office.
Ashoka's trying to make mental note of the individuals who recognize Phineas. Just in general.
Merchants, people who... Yeah, it's mostly merchants, because Phineas does have a part-time job at a tattoo shop. And he's a wizard that goes and gets lots of, like, mature components for crafting. So whether he likes it or not, Phineas is known amongst many merchants in Vaddapol because he spends thousands and thousands of dollars constantly on the marketplace. So and then news spread, there's too many names to count. There is at least
There's a guy going around. Phineas did my tattoo.
40 people nodded to him on as you walked from one side of Vaddapol to the other.
It's basically if there's anybody who's like particularly interesting that's taking note of Phineas, it's kind of the
Okay.
And he's not obviously seeing everything, but just keeping an eye out.
There are some people that are respectful, some people that whispered, other people scowled.
Okay.
You arrive at the commissar's office. You notice the guards looking at the staff, and they seem confused. When you get to an officer at a desk, what do you say?
Ashoka Maruya, Phineas Garrett, and Magnus Deus from the Conclave of the Crimson Scale for the Commissioner, please.
Okay, so you don't waggle around the title yet, so
Nope.
you wait for a while. Do come in. You do notice that Nicodemus is leaving his office. Grand Wizard.
Master Nicodemus.
He glances at the others. In particular, his eyes linger for a while on Ashoka.
Ashoka's eyes linger on Nicodemus.
Okay, since...
Hey, that's the guy I was talking about.
Perfect.
How you doing?
Well today, Magnus, have you given much thought to the contracts for the fight? I am eager to see these trolls in action.
The redlined versions have been sent back for signing by the Lady of the Grim Gobleen, the Queen.
Ah, yes. Well,
Ashoka, by the
the
way.
particulars of the contracts are of no concern to me. I simply want to watch the games. Give me a sense motive.
These particulars are extremely important. Oh, shit, 19.
Yeah,
rolled poo.
apparently he wants to watch the games. He's excited about watching Trolls for whatever reason. He also, with a 19, you know that he was scrutinizing you, and perhaps magically. He adjusted a monocle slightly.
Cast fucking arcane sight and look back at you.
Well, good day to you. I'm sure you have some busy weeks ahead. He
Aren't they always?
angles that remark at Phineas, but it can apply to all of you.
No doubt.
Oh, very polite.
Says Nem.
Yeah.
He looks at the creature like he may not like the little devil sitting on your shoulder.
It's such a good... The imps are so good for, like, what is their personality?
Oh, let's put it this way. Paladins don't bother using detect evil on you.
Okay. I heard the most disturbing rumor that Tacitus the Sage is no longer with us. Says Commissioner.
He's retired. He has not passed on.
He didn't even throw a retirement party. Is there a congratulations in order? He extends his hand.
Oh, yeah, Phineas extends his hand. Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Grand Wizard Gret. Well, I'm surprised, as you'll find most people will be.
Not as surprised as I was.
Ah, so the voting went well then, he said.
There was no voting.
Not acting Grand Mage of Vaddapol. You are named his successor.
I was, yes.
Is there a particular reason why you've brought such a destructive device to my jail and office? He looks worried.
It's my responsibility. I can't just leave this thing lying around.
Oh, yes, he nods. he nervously takes a seat and is trying not to move very quickly. His hands are folded in front of him. What can I do for you? Conclave business or...
Oh, it's conclave business.
Ah. He looks unsure.
We're looking for information on a particular registered gladiator. All we have is a number.
He's still looking at Phineas. Yes, information about a gladiator. You want to know what rank he is?
Fighting history.
Any information you have on this thing would be very useful.
Ah, yes. Okay, he looks at the number. I suppose I could look into this. You want this information now?
Oh no. We're also looking to set up a...
No, we could do it now, he says. And he kind of... He snaps his fingers, and some clerkish halflings come in. He passes the note to it. Pull the dossier. It may be a few weeks behind if this gladiator is outside of Vaddapol.
Yes, well, it seems that Sindara is bringing a special treat for Magnus.
He looks at a folder. He kind of flips open. Ah, this number did not appear in any of the fights in the last couple of weeks here in Vaddapol. If this gladiator is active, it likely will be in one of the outlying arenas. He's now he's like still gawking at Phineas.
All right.
Is there anything else that I could help the conclave with? And he's talking to Phineas directly.
Yep.
No, I believe that'll be all. Thank you very much for your time.
Glory, cunning, and status. Funny. You guys were such peons. If we go back and watch the first time you came to his office. Tables are turning. Tables are turning.
We are wondering what the end of season is going to look like. We haven't heard too much. I know a lot of effort was put into the stones.
Yes, there was going to be a vote on that coming up. Perhaps the Grand Mage could help us with this. He looks at the three of you. We were going to have a trapped platform match. Multiple platforms, some sort of flag on each, and some trapdoors, and other parts of it would be, well, trapped with magical spells.
Ah,
Anyone who exits the platform would lose. Anyone who is unconscious would lose, and last man standing, or the first team to have all three flags.
How many teams are we expecting?
Oh, all of them.
Any independents?
There might be. Those things sort of get all shaken out at the last moment. Many independents don't have their, well, people to do the paperwork for them.
Yes. See, a rather large fight is being expected between Magnus and this unknown warrior.
Ah,
And it's
yes.
timed for just before the end of season games, which means Magnus will most likely not be able to compete.
I do remember this gladiator, he says. I do remember who this is. And the halflings come back in with the bundle. Yes, he was a peculiar troll. His name is actually Champion.
Interesting.
Apparently,
Well,
he was culled from a bunch of trolls that have been bred specifically for Sindara's ludus.
knowledge local?
Sure.
Vaddapol? About,
A troll named Cunning?
yeah,
Or a troll named Champion?
champion. I just wanna, local Vaddapol 23. Alright.
21! And his is bonus bigger than my total roll, so wait for the...
30.
Amongst the wizard circle, how would you have heard this? And they wouldn't have. I guess in the marketplaces and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you overheard that from some traveling merchants that were from the outside of the city that came in to sell their wares. This was like second or third hand information. That apparently the trolls weren't only just fighting people, the trolls were fighting each other. And apparently there's some hill out there called King of the Troll. And the trolls just end up fighting each other and eating each other and didn't really... the word champion or the name champion has been claimed by several trolls. And Phineas might actually know where in relative, like on the map, where these trolls have been bred.
Oh, I think I've heard. Apparently, there's a hill. It's sort of a king of the hill type fight between trolls. They kill each other and eat each other. And this particular champion is not the first to claim the title. If you show me a map, I might even be able to show you where they're bred.
Yeah, it was. There were some subterranean caves that might be the remnants of an old cathedral-like temple to one of the old gods that was destroyed during the conquest of Vade. Or
There are
you actually think now? Give me a knowledge religion.
No, plus 18. Hang on. 29, because I roll shit.
Let me just look up a god and then make a...
Trundle stump.
No.
Curdlemac.
Nope.
Google Plek.
Huge ass.
Looking for a huge ass here.
Really?
You get into the giant pantheon?
Nope. Got it.
Okay.
It is in a place called the Cleft of Kelmar. The Cleft of Kelmar is a valley that is said to have been cut by the sword of a god by the name of Cord.
What?
And it was in this valley that they built this temple long ago. It was simply called the...
And all of our plans for everything are now thrown out the window.
We're gonna conquer the troll horde. Sorry, conquer the troll horde.
It was a temple that was warred over by like several war gods and gods of strength. You know that followers of Hexdor battled followers of Cord in the Cleft of Kelmar to conquer this castle, or to like take control of this holy ground. It is on the edge of the Duchy of Vade and for a little bit further to the west. And you learn from merchants that this is where the Goblin Queen has been breeding trolls. In the ruins of this temple.
Now,
I don't know how much of this is spilling.
Do you share this information?
Phineas just spouts it all out.
Magnus has got like a... Can you show me exactly where this is on the map?
Yes.
Yes, the Cleft of Kelmar. That makes sense. People tend to avoid that place as there are old haunts and ruins of the old god battled over well before the coming of the Imperium.
That and the trolls.
Well, yes, there were reports of livestock disappearing, and well, we could probably understand why.
is this troll simply a powerful brute, or is he more cunning than that?
Unfortunately, the troll battles amongst trolls are not part of the official arena, the civic arena fights. Although, if the House of the Civilized Gobleen wants to have trolls tear themselves apart, I'm pretty sure we could put butts in seats for that.
See, there's a couple of interesting challenges being brought forward here. One of them, not the least, which being the standard clause around the death of gladiators. The Sindara has suggested that you have not defeated the troll until it stops getting up, and that necessitates its death. She's already attempted a few times to bilk those entering the contracts, just as a...
Trolls are dangerous.
Yes, it is.
My suggestion to you is do not sign any contracts that you do not feel comfortable with. Your friend Damien was quite a wizard at contract law.
Yes.
We're still trying to untangle the mess that he made with the contracts against the monks. I have never seen...
That was a very unfortunate precedent to set.
I was on the right. Where's my money?
Yeah, Phineas is really devious, but his deviousness is very short-sighted. I love Phineas for
Damien is
that.
very devious.
Sorry, that's what I mean. Damien.
Damien, yeah.
Phineas isn't devious. That's the thing.
No, Phineas is straight-laced,
Yep.
except when he's not.
Well, he's still very. He's it's just
Generally
clear. There's always there's a clear reason for everything. Except for when he's not, and there's a couple instances of not. All right. Good. The end of season match.
Yes. We have yet to finalize what those are, but he looks at Phineas again. You're pretty sure that Phineas being here is making him spill all sorts of beans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, trapped platforms? Really?
Perhaps I could go over some of the plans with the Grand Mage of Vaddapol. Maybe he could have some of the wizards help me create some of the glyphs. You'll be properly
Of course, such conversations should happen in a more private setting to keep all.
Yeah, it's got to be
Improprietary.
fair. I should not be aware of these things if I am to enter.
Oh no, the traps are magical, and if you don't have the ability to get the traps, then might I suggest you bring a lot of gladiators? You know, the ones that could find the traps for you?
That's a very good idea.
I think we have 0 of those.
Zero. Please
fine.
tell me your character does. Oh,
At least barbarians get trap sense.
Yep.
That's
I have
fine.
1 level, but before 4 levels of barbarian.
What we- do you know how we could go through? Is you get a big ass axe and you just keep cutting your way down, and
Plowing through. The trap was on that platform, was destroyed now.
Right. Yes, we would be expecting a couple of fights. And we do have a new gladiator that we are trying to get put into our ranks. It's might not make it by the end of this season. Might be early next.
Are you looking to open up? And he thinks for a moment. You have...
In fact, we probably could do it preemptively.
You have Magnus, Zed, Sona, Fleas, Brog, Zargon. You've got 6 spots. You can open up a 7th. He will have to have had 3 fights for the season. It would be a bit of paperwork. It would cost you 3 talents, is what he says. Of course, you'd be responsible for housing and keeping and maintaining that extra slot. Standard, really. He's like wondering why you're making a mountain out of something so trivial. Like, hey, we want an extra gladiator.
Yeah. You know, I think expanding our... Ahmed's not there. We're gonna just... We're
I'm
just gonna...
listening. I'm listening.
I think we should just expand. We have enough people in the wings.
We can have 6.
Yeah.
Just add.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking about that. We
You'll
don't
have
need
1,
to keep
2.
5.
You'll have 7.
Yeah.
Magnus, Zed, Sona, Fleas, Brog, Zargon. Scarab.
Wait a sec. Our facilities, I don't think, are big enough.
He's sitting.
Oh no, maximum 12. Okay. All right. No, we can have more. Wait a sec. That's
I think that includes Tempe.
Yeah, includes Tempe. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11. We need to expand our facilities. Assuming that the masters don't count as part of gladiators.
Nope.
Okay.
There's enough room in the Masters area.
Okay.
So you don't need that.
Summer 3K for 7th slot.
Oh, yes. Is this particular gladiator already registered, or will this require an assessment?
He is already registered and has had 2 fights. He is heroic.
Oh, and you are able to. He does all of this right now for you. There's no waiting. And he congratulates you on convincing a heroic mercenary to join your ranks.
Yes. Apparently, he feels we were blessed based on from the elephant fight. All right. Commissioner, always a pleasure.
Yes. Well, I'm happy that you brought this news to me very quickly. There are some that should probably hear about your recent promotion, Grand Mage Phineas.
Yes, I'm going to make my way to the Count's, to the castle today.
Next stop. He's nodding absentmindedly, he's continuing to nod.
Yep.
Yes.
He waits. There's an awkward pause.
Well, that's everything.
Yeah, well,
When they leave, Magnus drops a talent in his little thing.
Oh, thank
There you go.
Magnus.
Don't worry. Hey, no problem. I got you.
Is it one of the talents out of your pocket that could possibly be fake?
Does Magnus know that they're fake or not yet?
No.
Oh, sweet. Then possibly.
does Phineas or Ashoka notice?
We'll see. We'll see. So drop a talent, roll a random number.
Okay, well, I've got 23 talent.
Of your own money.
Yeah. We said there was 5 that were fake. Actually, no, sorry, there's more.
No, you should keep track of these things. When I tell
There were
you.
7 total fake
There were
ones.
7, I have
You
4.
have 4, yes.
So my 23 is actually 27, so I'll roll a d27, and if it's 1 or 4, 1 to 4, then it's fake.
Are they on your character sheet somewhere? I don't see any talents on your character sheet.
They're at the bottom. 13, it's not fake. It's at the gear. Where are you?
Gifts and favors
Treasure.
from Magnus's victory.
Gifts and favors from Magnus. Yeah,
Okay, can you
I don't know.
can you pull out the fake ones and not total them up?
I removed them
Add 4
completely.
fake talents.
Exactly.
Just make a note saying 4
That's
fake
it.
talents.
All right, so he pays a real one. There's no.
Okay, there's nothing to check. All right.
Yep.
Off we go. I mean,
That's coming out of the Ludus, by the way.
next,
It's not-
so yeah, I think next block is like diplomacying Phineas around.
Yep,
I think it's just like that's what the block is.
makes sense. I need a percentile roll. There's a 20% chance of a random event.
Ah, 70.
No random event. It goes up to 40. All right, let's plan out the next week. Let's keep this train running.
Ashoka's going to diplomacy or help with Phineas talking to, I guess it would be the Count, or the
Yeah.
help with
does-
help Phineas is my task for the week.
Does what's her name sign the contract?
You wanted no armor on the troll. They're fine with that.
Okay, and it was we put in 12 no or 12.
No armor, as in
trolls.
no physical armor. That's
Right.
basically.
Yeah. Most of them. Everybody could be wearing mage armor. All around, everybody's gonna have 4 AC.
I'm assuming, Phineas, your crafting ends up being delayed.
Yes, I guess it is.
Okay, I'm just gonna move your crafting off to
Oh, yeah.
some future time.
Yeah.
Can we
We're gonna need a We've got a couple of people who are being paid through that who, you know... additionally, I don't think Zargon got any treasure after that last fight, and he's supposed to.
Zargon's been sleeping. That's the report that you guys have been... he's been molting and sleeping. All right, Magnus, what are you doing week 31?
So week 31.
I'll be right back.
You've already rested, right?
Yep.
You've rested. You're feeling good.
There's actually fight 5 for Magnus that's coming up.
Yeah, that's right.
Fixed it. Okay, so who needs training?
A bunch.
Magnus is also, as for my conversation, I'm gonna go get maps, and find out exactly where that mountain is.
So, are you training as your activity? Or
I'll
are you
train. Yeah,
map
I'll
hunting?
train. I'm going to
Okay.
train, and then my map thing will be afterwards.
So your role-playing encounter will be looking for maps.
Okay. So learning about the Cleft of Kelmar.
That's my role playing thing.
Cool.
Actually, another thing. When Phineas comes back to the Ludus to get his stuff, I'll talk to him. But I need to chat with him there.
Oh yeah, the bed of silver coins. I forgot about that. I thought you guys were gonna make him a bed.
Yep. There's supposed to be a bed of silver coins. That was what he's supposed to get for this fight. So I guess we'll have the.
The merchants? Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
put under his treasure, his hoard. That might be a good place to keep track of that. It's
Yeah.
cool stuff. So Magnus is training, and you are how many dice? Magnus is, after being healed.
Should be 14.
Magnus's morale is -1. I think Magnus is doing okay now, right? How's Magnus feeling?
He found the mountain with he found the mountain
you haven't found it yet, but you have
But he
perhaps
knows
Cord is
something.
speaking to you in a really roundabout way. Phineas is going to spend some time diplomacy.
Was it 1 talent for the bed of silver coins that we're spending?
When talented is 1,000 gold pieces, would be 10,000 coins.
10,000. Yeah, that sounds good. That's dragon-like.
Sid is MIA. Zed, what are you doing?
That's a good question. I think Zed was being told to guard Phineas.
Yeah.
So there needs to be a conversation around that.
Okay, so conversation around bodyguard duty.
Yep.
Bodyguard. PG. Sona, what is Sona up to? Fleas and Brog.
Sona is
We need to get our guys ready.
going
Anybody have any
to.
negatives?
Sona's going to train Fleas.
Okay.
He's a higher level. Sona has 12 dice of effectiveness? Holy smokes. Fleas has 12 dice of effectiveness.
Because they're happy, their morale's good.
Yeah, they're kicking ass.
They kick ass. They're
Yeah.
okay. So there's extra dice in the training pool, so they
Okay.
can help with the training.
Okay.
Fleas needs 1 level of training to get his level. How many dice are you putting towards him?
4 dice.
4 dice. Magnus will do it.
It's 4 out of the pool. Has Brog leveled?
No, I don't think
No,
he
he hasn't done
requires
it.
training.
Okay.
Basically, effectively, he's been eating. That's
Because I think we're going to start having Scarab fight with Brog. In fact, when we're at the commissioners, could we have Scarab join Brog in the fight?
Just to kill
Yeah.
condemned?
Yeah.
Sure. He says it won't be very sporting.
That's okay.
Okay. You've got an excuse for Scarab to now be in the veins.
Yes. We also have him being seen, not in a grand way, and he can do whatever you want to handicap yourself.
Okay, Fleas is being trained, and then Brog is just idle, I guess. Zargon sleeping. Scarab, what are you doing this week?
Does anyone else need help training? 'Cause-
Yeah, there's a ton of people that need training. Old Vigo, Nova.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
yeah, he'll train people.
Okay.
So old Vigo needs how many more? Old Vigo needs 4, 4, and 4. He needs another 12.
All right, so you have 4 arcane training, 6 at the barracks, so a total of 10. Magnus is helping. He's equivalent of 14 dice, so 24. Sona's training, that's another 12, which is 36 dice. And then Scarab is training, which without doing all the math, is at least 9.
Okay, the wizardling. What's his stats like?
So you've got like 45 training points. I think you've overkilled training.
We've already taken out 4 for Fleece, so 41 left. Let's put 16 on old Vigo, and then put another. How many on Nova?
Okay, here's a thought, just out
3
there.
and 4, 10.
We could train the wizardling to be a rogue.
Okay.
Oh, yes,
Wait,
yes, 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 yes.
Because he's got a high wisdom and a high int and a high dex, so he can look for traps. His charisma's shit. Don't let him talk
Is
to
he
no one.
gestalt?
Don't let him
Is
do
he
nothing.
gestalt?
No, but he needs ability scores. So
How many ability scores does he need?
He needs 3
3.
points of ability scores.
Let's give him 3 and give him Gestalt. Is that what he said?
Get him gestalt before the end of the year.
Get him Gestalt. Get him Gestalt.
Okay, that's a...
Throw him and give him Rogue.
All
All
right,
right.
Wizardling, we're gonna make you the best you can possibly be.
Yep.
And
We
then
forgot
you're
you
gonna
were.
die.
Forgot you were here. Actually.
1, he really likes this idea. 3, he doesn't want to be a rogue.
Here, and then, sorry, there's the other, we're not quite, because Quailsy is also a Tempe. Let's see what she's got, because she's also doesn't have a Gestalt.
Isn't she a rogue?
No.
No, she's a
Uh,
barbarian.
She's a barbarian, so we could train Quailsy to be a rogue immediately. She just doesn't have her ability scores are just mediocre for that job. They're great ability scores in general.
How far away is she from Gestalting?
She just needs to be trained. Like, we could train her too. Just everybody's a rogue now.
Wait, but does she have?
She has well-rounded ability scores.
She's really she would be okay at anything.
Holy crap! Okay, let's just get her. Let's train her.
Train her to be a rogue too. It's knife fighting school.
'Cause we're gonna keep her. Put it that way.
Okay, so you're training 2 to become rogues. All right, so Wizardling is rogue 0 out of 6.
No. He's the wizardling needs to do
Oh, he
ability
needs
scores.
stats. What stats are you boosting for the Wizardling?
Dex.
Uh,
Int or Dex?
I don't think we have an int
School. Yeah, that's right.
school.
We don't have a library.
No.
We read some books from.
I think we should train up his dex.
Yeah.
2 points in dex and 1 point in charisma to make the 7 and 8. He's just gonna die. I don't know.
He'll die beautifully.
Okay,
Yeah,
so increases dex by 1 is 0 to 6. Okay, and then Quailsy, you're going straight rogue right now,
Rogue.
and she needs 3 successes to be a rogue.
Give her 7 dice.
Okay, you're saying not 16 on old Vigo.
Why? We have plenty.
Well, no, just start spreading him out a little bit.
So training
We have-
7 on Quailsy. What else?
Nova needs training. Old Vigo needs training. Quailsy needs training. Wizardling
Nova
needs
needs
And
training.
Fleas needs 1 success, and you're only rolling 4 dice for him.
Yep.
Okay, out of 46, go.
Sona, how many does Sona need?
0.
He's
Oh,
helping.
okay. Old Vigo. Let's put 8 on Old Vigo.
Okay.
Let's put 8 on Nova.
Yep.
Let's put.
We need Ling to get all the way up. Let's put 10 on Ling. Or 11 on Ling.
Let's put 8 on Quailsy, and the remainder goes on Ling, which should be something like 14.
Okay, he wants to know why you're making him do this. What is the remainder?
Sorry, what was the total? Because
Does 6? How much is 6 getting?
6 is being paid.
Oh, okay.
Here,
8, 32, 36. We have
we might have overspent.
9. No, we have 45 points.
8 plus 8. 36.
We have 45 training points. So 9 more.
We've got 9 remainder, so let's pull a couple out of... let's drop Old Vigo. Take 2 out of Old Vigo and take 2 out of Nova. And then put the 13 into the Wizardling. He's being told that he's ready to we're ready to let him out of the box, and we're going to be doing some fights, or we're going to be teaching him how to fight and how to become a better wizard, and be more useful in general.
Okay, can you got a calculator out?
Yes.
4 plus 6 is 10.
Yep.
Magnus is 14. Scarab is 9. Sona
Okay.
is 12.
45.
And then you've got 4, subtract 4, subtract
41.
24,
We got 4 extras.
and then subtract 13.
Yeah. We've got 4. We didn't assign 4.
Okay.
Okay, let's put 2 on Old Vigo and 2 on Nova. And 2 on Quailsy. Or 2 on... Yeah. Make this a T10.
Oh,
T10.
dude, look at our power, like our machine just go. Progress.
Okay, and then Bannock Baden's not doing anything. Okay, let's do the rolls now that we're talking about them. Okay, so Fleas needs 1 success to finish his leveling. So, give me...
Magnus.
4 successes on a 4.
Okay, Fleas is now level 6. Go ahead and make the updates to his sheet. Wizardling needs 6 successes to increase his dex by 1. He's
Okay.
got 13 dice.
Alright.
You're making him climb up poles
Sure.
and ladders and things real quick.
Be a better monkey.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good.
Okay, he is...
I'll
his
update his sheet.
dex is increased by 1. Old Vigo, you're continuing his con training.
Yep.
He's
His
got
8
4
dice?
successes for his 2 con bonus. He's
So
got
how many?
10 dice.
10d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, you can update his con to 10, I believe.
Okay, I'll do that.
I'll allow
Okay,
those 2 extra successes if you keep on training the Wizardling's dex to go towards the next
Okay.
bonus.
It's the same type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yep.
Oh my god, you have 8 con. You should be so proud of yourself.
Yeah, he's now got a 10 con. His goal is to have all 10s in his physicals.
He's got or is that... Oh, was this not updated? Was that his last con point?
You got 2 with this finish. Yeah.
Oh, he got 2?
You added all the denominators together for the total.
Yeah.
So his 8 cons now 10.
Okay. Alright.
Then he also has to roll to level because I think he's level 4 and he never got his training for his level. Oh, so those should be 3s. Interesting. Okay.
Right.
Now you're trying to update
You
his
should have one
strength.
more ability point that needs to be happening. Yeah,
Yep, that's going to be the next one.
Cool.
Nova is trying to train for her Gestalt before she trains her level. So this is turning her Adept Gestalt into Cleric Gestalt.
Yeah.
T10.
Oh god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
She needed 3 successes, so she's good.
Yeah.
She is now Gestalt Cleric of the God of Beasts, Lurg.
Add Gestalt.
What level? Level 1? What's her friggin' level? Straight up.
She's 3rd.
Good.
Then you're training Quailsy
She's
to be
useful.
a Gestalt rogue. 8 training points, and you need 3 successes.
It's funny. We're teaching you how to pick locks and stuff. Also, don't run away. 1,
like
2,
that.
3, 4, 5 successes.
Okay.
Just make sure you take away the.
She's
thieves
now a rogue.
before she goes.
All right.
Nice.
Add Gestalt.
Our guys just became a lot more powerful.
Well, yeah, when you spend training resources on your lower level guys, things happen.
Go.
All right. It sounds like there's a conversation with Zed around being a bodyguard that we need to have. It's like, hey, you're supposed to be training the dragon. No, go protect the wizard.
you bitch.
Go watch the wizard.
Go to Phineas.
Doesn't say anything nice to you. Whose your first interaction with the party was with this wizard as he was
He
being
stays
racist
alive.
at the tattoo parlor.
We'll buy you a monk's robe. Go be a bodyguard.
Okay. So Phineas has all of his stuff moved to the tower.
Magnus has a conversation with Phineas.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, Phineas. Remember those 3 statues that we had from the Kryxes fight?
Oh, yes. I think.
Yeah, one of them that I touched, I think, did this to me. Shows him his neck. I need to know what the hell that is and what the hell those 3 things do. What's her name? Goddamn, memory like a sieve. Chella was telling me that she thinks my skin is cursed and my body's been cursed by it.
Well, let's have a look. See. Acknowledge what? I'm
Nature?
looking at? Yep.
Where is this conversation happening?
In his like lab where he's starting to
In the tower.
pick stuff
Okay,
up.
so you brought over a case of his stuff, and now you're like, oh, could you look at this?
Yeah.
This thing, it itches when I pee. Could you take a look at it? No.
Fuck's sakes. 27.
It is the following flesh, and I'm going to give you a note because I want to see how you deliver this, Mark.
It'll be great when he tells basically Ashoka to make certain Magnus dies in his next match because he's cursed by the Elder God.
Huh. Ooh, that's
That's
unusual.
Spicy meatball you got there.
And you say you got this from what? Okay.
I think it was that there was a stone that healed me, a statue that healed me when I fell over while fighting Kryxes.
Are there creatures that reproduce this way by touch or? No.
You got like a frog spore out of your head.
Yes, you seem to. Oh, there's no easier way to say this, Magnus. This is not your flesh anymore.
All right, well, can we just take it out?
Well, I suppose we could try. I would recommend going to a surgeon for that, though.
Chella it is.
Yes, this is must if it is spreading, it must come off.
No, I don't. I don't know if it's spreading or not. I can't actually see it, but all I know is there. I can kind of feel it.
Get rid of it.
All right, I'll do that.
This is. The
Magnus
flesh-
goes to see Chella. All right, I heard enough. He goes out. Apparently, this is very dangerous, Chella.
Okay. Is there anyone else in the room with me? Because
Nope.
I'll finish.
You'll keep mumbling to yourself. Oh,
It's
man.
fine, turning into a sea monster. Have a nice day.
Remember we were saying Cthulhu cancer? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one.
it's kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay, you find Chella. Chella is willing to cast a spell on you, Magnus.
Spell, just cut it out.
It's cursed, she says.
You mean it'll grow back?
Cursed things are hard to get rid of.
All right, if you can do whatever you can, it'll be fantastic.
I shall try. You have given a suitable offering to my efforts.
Well, if you need more, no problem.
All right. There is no guarantee that this will work.
I'll keep coming till you fix it.
You must make a caster level check against the DC of the curse.
Yeah,
What's
artifact.
the DC of an artifact?
Oh,
I believe it's described as all of it. That is
Okay.
DC.
She says a quick prayer, and there's a clap of magic next to your neck, and then the weird flesh hurts.
Familiar expression is still there.
She casts a spell, and then she's looking, and she's kind of poking with a little prod. I don't think that worked.
Okay, no problem. Can I guess try when you're ready again. Just let me know when to come by, and I'll try again.
Do you
Yeah.
know how you got this?
Yeah, it was a stone. It healed me a little bit when I fell onto it.
A healing stone.
Yeah, you were there when we were fighting Kryxes.
Oh, I remember there were many things in
Yeah.
his lair.
Yeah, he had the 3 statues.
Cursed healing is anathema to what I stand for, Magnus.
So what do you want me to do? Why? I didn't do it on purpose. I fell. I was unconscious.
No, I'm not blaming you. I'm saying I will try to help you, but
Okay, yeah, thank you.
I don't know how strong this curse is. You should gather up those things. Keep them out of reach.
Deal with
Those who are
Phineas.
who are-
I think who he is now and where he is the best place for them to be.
I left them in the basement for Isram the Black to play with.
Did you?
He's wearing on his head.
Oh, you got Marty excited there for a second. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Black Senior, your son has become a tentacle beast in my basement.
we should get those that are powerful and learned together to see if we can get rid of this before it grows.
Perhaps. Okay, yeah, I have an idea. Thanks.
Hold on a moment, and she's now taking measurements of it and write something down.
Is it growing?
I don't know. We'll make sure it doesn't.
Okay, I'll go see the the guy with the mask. The prophet. No, it's not prophet. What the fuck was his name? I'm sorry, I get hit a lot.
Yes, she says, and she looks at you concerned. Are you talking about the masked oracle?
That theologian oracle guy, him, yeah.
Head of the masked theologians, yes.
Yes, him. I'll go talk to him. Maybe he can help me out.
Would you like me to come with you?
Yeah, actually, because you can explain it.
Could you look at my bump?
All right.
It's not a tumor.
It is a tumor.
Oh shit, it is a tumor.
Zalduba. As if we arrived there.
Wow, you
That's
can't
funny.
script this shit.
Alright, so I'm going to put Cleft of Kelmar, see Oracle, which might actually be 2 birds with 1 stone. Or feeding 2 birds with 1 scone.
Scone.
Oh, Marty, do you want me to change the Sea Blessing God's form value on my sheet or at all, or?
Nope. Okay. Not a political channel. Alright. Cause birds. Gotta save the birds.
Tastes good.
There was, for quick segue, my apartment's off the street, about 6 units above me. They had a feeder for a while. And this feeder was on an arm, and they had the feeder, because I guess they were tired of birds shitting on their deck. They moved it out so that it was hanging over the street. But the birds in the wind were knocking all the seed onto this overhang right above my door. And for about 2 weeks during the summer, I couldn't fucking figure out why this was Pigeon Central. It was like, what the fuck is these cute little birds and pigeons and like, it was right near the intake, first world problems, it was right near the intake to my AC unit. So I was blowing pigeon shit and pigeon dander into my apartment, and I was getting like I got like a nasty cold. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Why? Why are they pecking at this overhang? Oh, there's like, how did sand get up there? No, they're not filling their gizzards with gravel. They are eating the seeds that are coming out. Anyways, so the apartment basically got them to remove the feeder.
1 week later, and
but for the weekend, like, I'd come
later.
home, and it would just be like, there are 3 or 4 units, and it would just be my unit where all the pigeons were. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Why? And I'd like chase them away, but I'd chase them away, and they just kind of come running back to my unit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why?
Marty running his underwear. Boom.
Cranky old man chasing the birds. Damn birds!
Damn, there's a nest in your beard. What the fuck?
It was funny. There were cute little ones too, but it was like just pigeon shit everywhere and only at my door. It was funny. So screw the birds. Screw them. 2 birds with 1 stone.
So tasty.
Yep.
So tasty.
They might be. I don't know. Let's wait for the apocalypse to try that one out. Where were we?
Magnus was seeing
Magnus was going to go see the mask.
a third opinion, I guess.
Okay, are you getting? So you went to Phineas, went to go see Phineas. Chella is going to take you to go see the masked oracle, and
You didn't listen to what Phineas was going to tell you. When it's
said
bad,
you got it
okay, bye-bye.
Removed. You got it. Removed it is.
okay.
Cut it off. Okay.
Not too much. Which brings us to Sona. Why do I have BG? No, Zed. Oh yeah, bodyguard conversation.
Yep.
Who is there for this conversation?
It looks like it's Ashoka.
All right.
I
So
think it's
Talk to yourself, Adam. Good luck with that shit.
you notice early in the morning, Zed is out in the yard doing dragon style katas and practicing. He's very diligent. He tends to go into the yard to practice before all the gladiators do.
Zed, might I have a word with you? Yeah.
Roleplay with yourself, motherfucker.
I was funny because I was waiting for the response. I'm like, oh shit, I'm the one who gives the response. Yes. My office. Ashoka goes back in off the balcony. I kind of envision him having like the swear engine kind of.
Yeah,
like...
he walks out on the balcony, looks down at all the gladiators. Training.
Yeah.
You waited until he was out there so you could go out and from a position of power.
Yep.
Nem is just smiling politely, rubbing his little claws together.
Is something wrong? Many changes are happening, Zed. How is Zargon's progress? I think he's going through some changing process. He's molting. Lethargic. I think he's growing. Yes, I've noticed that he hasn't been needing as frequent training sessions. This is true. I've also noticed that your abilities around socialization are spectacular, but your knowledge of the arcane is lacking. I'm a beast handler by trade. I cast spells, but I'm not an arcanist. Yes. Well, you see, Zargon is a caster, and he is developing rather quickly. And, well, he's going to require more tutelage than that with which you can offer.
Master, if you do not mind me interjecting for a moment.
Please.
Perhaps it is time for the... Perhaps Phineas could look after the dragon at the tower.
That is a wonderful suggestion, Nemi.
And that way we could keep this very polite orc who trains our men very busy with ludus business. We have entrusted him to the rearing of a great dragon, but the dragon looked very confused.
The dragon has been confused. The leadership within your ludus is not as clear as it could be.
A symptom of having 3 masters.
Yes. It does allow for subtlety, though. Internally, and Nem would know that Ashoka does not like the fact that it's got 3 masters, but he's working with the problem. Yes, I think that you're going to need to take Zargon to the Grand Mage's tower to help with his tutelage. In addition, Phineas has many new duties and must be kept safe. Why is that my problem? Well, he's the Grand Mage. Dragons are creatures of the arcane and are under the purview of the Magi.
Little Nem's going,
So we would like to keep Phineas within that position.
I think you need a bluff check.
Might be, maybe not be. I think so. I could lie to myself.
yeah, I think Ashoka, does Ashoka want Phineas to be in this position?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Ashoka wants Phineas to be in this position. Ashoka wants Phineas to be. Ashoka wants Phineas there for a multitude of reasons. Not the least of which is he has a lot of influence over Phineas.
It's good to have friends.
So this is how the Snake Man... Basically, you're somebody with power and I have influence. That's how Ashoka defines a friend.
Ooh.
Hey, congratulations on your exec job. Can't wait to be invited to the box seats at the games.
Definition of a friend. In Ashoka's
So I
wisdom.
could peddle my own interests with the hobnob with all of the people you have to... Oh,
Yep.
goodness.
All right. Zed is put off a little bit. Phineas will be teaching the dragon about magic and arcane arts. Yes. Yes. I am still handling him with respect to society and life, correct? Yes. And keep Phineas alive. Thank you for your help, Nem. Thank you, Zed. Additionally, your tattoo will be done by Phineas, who is now at the tower. So, although the timing might be somewhat delayed. Thank you, Zed. That is all. Zed leaves the room. Now I gotta protect Nerd Boy. Although he's, I think the two lawful neutrals will get along. But once they sort it out, you're muted, Mark.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
They'll sort it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was pretty clear that the dragon's learning spells, and you have no ranks of knowledge arcane.
That's my initial.
Yep. And I totally believe that if you had a high mage or a grand wizard that was not friendly towards us, that we would definitely have dragon problems. We'd have to get Vogel involved, and we don't want to get Vogel involved.
No, the less he's involved, the better off everyone is.
I don't want to hear his voice again. Well, I do.
I
This
was
is awesome.
trying to applaud Marty in using Vogel sparingly because his voice is very entertaining.
I just picture the sound he makes walking around in those wooden shoes.
As he walks around, he goes.
Oh, Vogel's clogs.
That's how he sleeps.
All right, so is it settled? What's going on?
Zargon and Zed will be basically moving to the tower. Zargon will be tutored in the ways of magic by Phineas, and Zed will keep Phineas from getting killed.
Okay, well, once Zargon's awake, he's been deep in sleep and molting this particular month, or this particular week.
Yep.
All right, this leaves us with a
Someone
bunch
moves Zed's token over to the tower, just because that's where Phineas should be. And that way, if anybody tries to surprise, make love to Phineas, there will be an orc to say no means no.
Very awful analogy.
I might be tired.
You're going to be his bodyguard.
That's weird.
Great. Sid is MIA. Looks like we're down to diplomacy. Phineas and Ashoka. Where are you guys? Oh, and then the last bit of figuring out things with the cleric. Where are Phineas and... So you've got one where you could actually make rolls to see how well it goes, and then you've got one where you're going to have a role-playing encounter. So you could turn those into 2 RPG encounters if you wanted. Where are the 2 places, like, where are you going? Who are you informing?
We have to go to talk to the Count.
Okay.
And the Archbishop, probably.
Okay. Are you arranging that meeting at the same time? Or...
Yes. Yeah, may as well. Because that's efficient, and I've got shit to do.
We probably want the magistrate as well.
Yes, yeah, Henry Veru as well.
All right, where are you having this meeting?
Whatever the fuck I want.
We'll have it at the castle.
Okay. You kind of request an audience at the same time, ask for important people to be there. They do not deny this request, and through messengers end up...
I'm just gonna... Zed's playing guard. He can be in the waiting room or whatever.
Okay, let me grab some people. As not just those people arrive. Do you have any other representatives of the guild wizards?
No. I don't think many of them really like me.
We're going to need to work on that.
Magistrate Veru will be there. The commissioner, I guess, is important enough.
How good was the old man's notes?
His notes?
Yes. Backlogged requests, etc.
Oh, you mean his schedule? It was, well, rather clear in the last few months. I kept it so.
Might be a good way to curry favor with the other mages. Getting some things pushed through for their pet projects.
Yes, wizards do hate waiting for that sort of thing. It's a good thinking.
The commander's off north. Oh, and Chamberlain Brannick. Is he around here somewhere? Can you see the token for the Chamberlain?
Oh, it's gonna be around somewhere. Check the goose and fox and grouse. I think that's where I saw him last. It's literally the last place I saw him.
Fox and Grouse is empty.
Oh.
Alright, I'll just plop another token down.
I found 3 Queds.
Is he there?
No, I found Qued. I didn't find it.
Okay.
I was just saying that there's...
Chamberlain Brannick is kind of like the doer of the counts, maybe even of the dukes. But he is there for this meeting. And there are quite a few people that are like the minor functionaries of those that are gathered, or minor nobles, as many of them, like, it's almost like court is being called. Not a court case, but like a a noble's court. Count Sargon is sitting upon the Duke's seat when you arrive, as his purview when the Duke is not around. And there are many important people here this day as you enter into the hall. They don't check you for weapons. They don't stop Ashoka or Zed from following behind you. You do notice the Chamberlain whispering something to Count Sargon, who was chatting with the commissioner, and then the commissioner takes a step back, and Count Sargon observant. You haven't quite officially declared that you are the Grand Mage of Vaddapol, so they may not be giving you respect yet.
Did you brought your fancy stick, right?
I brought the fancy stick.
Don't get mad and break it on your knee.
The Count nods slightly to you.
Phineas bows before the Count.
What news from the Tower of the Sage?
I come to report that Master Tacitus has taken his retirement. I, Phineas Garrett, have been named his successor, and am the new Grand Mage of Vaddapol.
Okay, there's some murmuring amongst the assembled people for a moment. Sargon raises his hand, and the murmuring stops. And this can be ratified by fellow wizards.
It can.
Welcome to the court of the Duke. While the
Thank
Duke
you,
is not here, it is customary for the High Mage of Vaddapol to swear fealty to the Duke. In his stead, I have been given permission for you to swear fealty upon his sigil. And you notice that there is a rod that is produced that has at the end of it sort of like the sigil of the Duke's family.
Okay. He'll swear fealty to the Duke.
Okay. which involves you bowing to the rod and actually kissing the symbol.
Okay. He hesitates only because he wonders how dirty it is.
Prestidigitate. I make it taste like bubblegum. Okay. The hesitation is noticed. Ashoka notices people noticing. But he does it. Then rise, faithful servant, to your duke, your duchy, and your empire.
Thank you, my lord.
Grand Mage Phineas Garrett. He almost has a look on his face like he never expected himself saying these words.
You just don't know how smart I am.
No, they don't.
You've been in a closet hitting things with a hammer.
Yeah, the conclave basically Harry Pottered me. So
There's a bunch of like Harry Potter, as in you live under the stairs.
Under the stairs, go do your work.
Under stairs, like where Marty's DMing right now. Get under there, Marty. Yes, Marty. Okay. Weird.
Making stories, Marty.
It's only me here, so I don't know. Weird. Okay, there is some hesitant clapter, but the Count Sargon begins to clap harder, and there are people now clapping and congratulating Phineas on his rise like a meteor.
That was more of a meteoric fall, but... all right. Of the people who are... Does anybody here mean ill towards Phineas, or are they mostly just like, well, that was weird?
Sense motive.
There we go. We are going to use our hard to fool power, because I'm hard to fool.
But you are a fool. Asshole.
It's either a 28 or a 21, so 28.
There's mostly surprise in the room.
Probably a lot of who the fuck is this guy?
There is slight disrespect coming from the Archbishop. Like just out of he's actually turned and is slowly is talking to Vostok and the Inquisitor. Actually, he's ignoring Vostok and talking to whoever this Inquisitor is about something not having anything to do with what's going on.
It might be. It sounds like it's a profession thing. It's the priests versus the wizards. Appears on the face of it.
Magistrate Veru knows Phineas, so he's actually clapping the loudest.
Oh, thank you.
The masked oracle is clapping politely and slowly, and stops clapping as soon as it seems appropriate to do so.
Slowly and politically.
Chamberlain Brannick isn't clapping. And you don't know why. He's actually scrutinizing Phineas, and so is the Inquisitor. They're watching him very carefully.
Are they detecting something?
The Inquisitor might be, Chamberlain might just be watching Phineas's face.
He's just like... Okay.
Chamberlain Brannick is the Count Zed.
Well, is there anything that you would like to declare before the office of the Duke? Any words you'd like me to send north to our brave and victorious warrior leader?
Only that he shall have my full and complete support and that of the Mages Guild here in Vaddapol. And we wish him luck.
Excellent. There are a number of projects that the Duke has left for Tacitus, and I'm looking forward to hearing an update on their progress. If you could linger here after a luncheon that we have prepared for those who have gathered.
Oh, certainly.
Welcome to the Duke's court.
Thank you, my lord.
The Duke, basically the Count, has the servants begin the luncheon, and you've got now people coming up to you and shaking your hand. Well done, says Dimitri. He shakes your hand.
Thank you.
I see the staff you bringeth everywhere. He's really nervous about the staff.
No. Penny's kind of
Fucking right.
You ask him if he knows what it does?
Yeah.
I hear that it can cause great destruction.
Oh, yes, yes.
He backs away with it, eyes wide open. I always knew that you were an up-and-comer. I just didn't expect it so soon, says Magistrate Veru.
Oh, nor did I. I mean, every mage dreams of heading a guild someday, but I assumed I'd be closer to 50.
Yes, you should probably schedule several meetings with me. There are a number of outstanding debts that the Tower of the Sage has accrued over the years. I've done my best to keep such imperial business clean and going, but again, I'm the magistrate and not the financier of the Ministry of Magic. I'm sure we can get it all straightened out. A number of documents you will have to sign, and, well, I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of this and everything straightened out. We wouldn't want the beginning of your career as the Grand Mage to be lost in the bureaucracy of red tape and legalities.
Oh, things are there for a reason, though, so...
Oh, yes. And do bring some more of the... you know...
Oh, yes, of course. I shall bring some by in the morrow.
Ah, Ashoka, is it?
Yes.
Splendid for you to arrive. What relationship do you have? And he's now, like, distracting you so that Phineas can receive the others?
Okay.
You don't know what Veru's game is at, but he's curious as to why you're hanging around.
Okay. Well, Ashoka will attempt to play the game, aka he's going to pretend that he's talking to Veru and keep up that chunk of the conversation while still trying to listen to what the heck Phineas is talking about with the others.
Got it. The masked oracle comes over. Congratulations. He just simply does sort of like some sort of religious symbol and like a sign, and then bows to you deeply.
Thank you.
On your post, I hope that the Grand Mage of Vaddapol will not forget that he serves not only the Imperium, but the people of the Duchy of Vade.
Of course, I have not forgotten my responsibilities.
Regardless of which gods they call out to.
He just nods. Like, it depends.
Okay, the Archbishop doesn't come over to you.
Alright.
Are you going to go over to him?
Yeah, Phineas is kind of like, he's looking for Ashoka because he wants to ask, should I go? Should I?
Ashoka, who's actively trying to be still supporting, is going to basically motion to like do that like a little wavy with one hand from like, oh yeah, of course. Go.
Yes. Yeah, so Phineas...
Okay, you take a half step towards the Archbishop and kind of stepping forward is the Inquisitor. Ah. Phineas Goret.
So I don't take a single step forward just because the guy kind of went, hey.
Yep.
Do I know who this is?
Knowledge religion, knowledge local.
Knowledge local's my best bet. Plus 41. Didn't even use my...
Yeah, he's been quite active in the last, say, season. rooting out those that have forgotten some of the rules around the blood tax and what it entails. In particular, he's been cracking down on proselytization. Fucking word.
I
Okay.
think there's an extra in there,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to on camera attempt to enunciate it because I'm going to fuck it up. Proselytization? Proselytization.
Proselytize. Proselytiz.
Proselytization. Oh, I think you got it, Mark. It's proselytization. Yeah. Proselytization.
Proselytism is the name is the generic
That is a
term.
word. That is a word you never need to use.
Proselytization. There we go. Proselytize. Thank you. Yeah, he's that is a no-no, and and then even Phineas has been offered roundabout ways of trying to like adhere to one of the faiths of the old gods. They've made a number of arrests, and this kind of precipitated or was before this general chaos amongst the worshippers of the old gods. You've caught wind of that a little bit by the amount of time you spend on in the markets.
Yeah.
He's basically sent from a branch of the church that probably scares most people.
Okay. Ah, Inquisitor Lucius. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, we have not been formally introduced. I am happy to see that the blood of wizards runs strong here in Vaddapol. I look forward to cooperating with you to find and apprehend dangerous criminals, many of which use magic to subvert and to corrupt, as well as abscond and avoid the reach of the Inquisition.
Well, yes, some do. Then we always have that magic to apprehend them with.
Excellent. Then I will send you post-haste a list of dangerous criminals that are known to be operating in and around the Duchy of Vade, and I look forward to your assistance in apprehending them.
I will do what I can.
I think there's a running timer before Arlen gets put on that list.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hello.
Hello, it's going to kill 50 people in the middle of the town.
These heathens will not expect, he leans in quietly, and this is just between you and him. Often these heathens will not expect a wizard to show up. A wizard and an inquisitor can be a formidable statement.
Perception check DC to hear the whispered comments.
Sure, 25.
Okay.
It's a chatty room, and there's clinking of plates and...
Zed hears it.
Okay.
Ashoka who's trying, but he's also distracted. There's a guy actively distracting him.
I would also be very careful who you associate with.
Oh,
34
yeah.
from Ashoka. He's doing
Yeah.
a good job doing that whole pretending to be distracted thing.
of course.
He nods. Archbishop, may I introduce to you Grand Mage Phineas Gret.
What is he does whatever a parishioner, whatever, an adherent to the five-faced god who is not a member of the clergy would do, like whether it's kiss a ring or whatever.
Yeah, what Archbishop Gustus Contamber is wearing is on one of his hands he has a ring for one of each of the faces. So he's wearing a ring on one of his thumbs, and he's putting the rings out before you in a way that you could kiss whichever one you wanted.
Slowly and uncomfortably kiss all of them.
He kisses them all.
Okay.
Comfortably as possible.
He holds out his hand. He mutters a prayer. May the five-faced god guide you. You are a child of humanity, a child of the Emperor, a child of faith.
Thank you, Archbishop.
I look forward to seeing you at Mass. If you would receive the blessings of the Church.